back in Newcastle yet again, about to climb Slieve Donard. But not on my own, because I met a complete stranger on the internet. This is Norrdine.
Hi guys.
And Norrdine is going around climbing every single, hold on, let me get this right, climbing the highest mountain on every single country in Europe.
Exactly.
And I've been chosen as the official representative of Northern Ireland. So we're going to go climb up Slieve Donard, and then I'm going to ask Norrdine what on earth is he doing this for. So let's go. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so Norrdine, you have very good English,
Oh,
but I know very few phrases in German. What is it? Ich habe Durchfall.
all right.
Tell me what that means.
I don't know how to say that in English, but you would probably say you have the runs.
I have diarrhea.
Yeah, or diarrhea.
Okay, so we're up at the saddle of Donard with Norrdine here,
Hey guys.
who is doing something a bit crazy. I was on Facebook, and somebody in one of the hiking groups I'm a member of posted, a friend of mine knows a guy who's wanting to climb the highest mountain in every country in Europe. Is anybody free to climb Slieve Donard? So I thought, you know what? I feel like avoiding another day of client work, so I found Norrdine on Instagram and sent him a message, and I am here. So Norrdine, why on earth are you climbing all of the... It's a mouthful to get that out. Why are you climbing the highest mountain in every country in Europe?
It's a difficult phrase to get it out, you know.
Yeah.
I always had the problem saying that, or how to spell it or pronounce it. Well, the basic idea about hiking for Europe, or why I'm climbing all the mountains of Europe. Well, in general, I just like traveling, first of all, and I wanted to be, you know, in every nation or every country of Europe and see and climb the highest mountain of every nation. That was the basic idea, first of all. But then I figured out, okay, there's more to it, you know. I just don't want to go to every nation or every country and climb the highest mountain and push my ego or boost my ego and say, yeah, Norrdine, you did it. It was more about, I was interested in people, actually, people like Stephen, to hear what they're doing, and yeah, how the different perspective and maybe the mentality of every nation of Europe is, because I just know the German mentality basically, and maybe something else, but I don't know how an Irish guy or guy from North Ireland, for example, how his mentality is at all. Of course, you cannot figure that out or judge that by just talking to one person, right?
Well, yeah, we did discuss a very interesting difference in the German and Irish mentality on the way up Donard. And what was it you said? The Germans have fun after the work is done, whereas I said we just mess about and avoid doing the work for as long as possible. So yeah, so out of everybody in Northern Ireland, I am representing the country.
Yep.
So there's a very scary thought.
Yeah, well, I will just go to Germany and tell everyone, so every Northern Irish guy is like Stephen, basically. There's nothing to it. You don't need to know anything about it. Nah, that's you know, that's just, I feel like, you know, if we're just in our country and maybe in our, yeah, I don't know how
A little bubble.
Yeah, exactly. In our bubble, we just see the things that we are used to see, and we don't get to know the perspective of other people. We don't get to understand each other, you know. And I could. It's easy for me to say like, I don't like the French guy. They're always unfriendly and they look weird and
they wear garlic and stripy chops.
Exactly. It's so easy to just make up stereotypes and judge people. Because you heard of someone or seen it on the internet or on the TV or I don't know what. So my idea is I just want to go there and meet the people in person and talk to them and see how they really are, you know, because I don't really like people telling me what to think. I really like to make up my own opinion. So one reason, I think, and a good reason to just come to North Ireland, find a guy from North Ireland and talk to him. And what could be better to do that to just climb a mountain together?
Exactly. That's that. I love that philosophy. If I'm trying to get to know somebody, I think the best thing to do is drag them outside somewhere, make them suffer just a little bit,
Exactly.
and then you'll really get to know them. I've done that with a few people now. Is there anything like any stereotypes that you heard about people from Northern Ireland before you came here?
Well, what are the stereotypes about Northern Ireland people? Okay, this is fun now. Okay, I don't mean to insult anyone. So usually my perception or what I would think as a German guy, never leaving Germany and never having spoken or talked to a Northern Irish guy, I would probably think, okay, all guys from Northern Ireland have red hair. They're all pale. They have weird accent. They like a lot of drinking. They like to get in a fight and just mess around and beat people up. They go to pubs. That's, I guess, basically the stereotypes I would have heard of or I would have brought here, I guess. So, yeah, but I could also, I was also thinking, okay, yeah, I think that the people from Northern Ireland are, yeah, quite nice to deal with, actually. Yeah, that's.
So you've come here so far and you've gotten quite a lot of fights, and they all turned out to be true.
No, I did not get into a fight. Well, maybe because I just did not offend anyone or didn't go to a pub, you know. So maybe.
Not yet. Well, now you have offended us all. Maybe that'll happen soon. No joking. Yeah, I have to get my own back with all the German stereotypes.
So yeah, what kind of German stereotypes do you have?
Germans love rules.
What is rules?
Rules. Laws and doing
rules!
things properly.
Okay.
Yeah, doing things the right way, doing things on time, being punctual. One really odd stereotype is that Germans always steal the deck chairs on holidays.
Yeah, and put their towel on.
Yeah, and the last one was some of you are cannibals and might eat us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that might have just been that one guy.
Well, yeah, well, the Germans tend to eat everything and all kinds of stuff, but
have you ever eaten anyone?
No.
Okay.
Well, if you would consider an animal anyone, then I would have to say yes. But if anyone is a person,
not a person.
Human person, no, I did not.
You're not hungry right now.
Well, I turned vegetarian 1.5 years ago.
So I'm safe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're climbing up. How many mountains is this going to be in total?
So there's a lot of theory going on what actually belongs to Europe. You know, would you count Turkey to Europe because just one part of Turkey is in Europe and all that stuff? Also, do you count Russia to Europe? And I don't know, is Cornwall a nation or a country? Is San Marino or the Vatican an own country? So definition is a little bit tricky. Some people say it's 49 peaks. But I'm not gonna do that. I have a variety of mountains or countries I'm gonna go to, and I came up with about I think 44 countries, 44 summits. So it's not just about the European Union. It's, to me, Europe is more than just that. Yeah. So it's all about Europe. So yeah.
So your reason for doing this, as well as just wanting to do it, is just to, I don't know, explore our differences, or to see what where does that come from?
Yeah, so well, one thing is I'm always curious, and I always want to understand and see what is actually really going on, and that's just one thing. I'm just interested in people and culture and how people live and see certain things. That's one thing I wanted to do with that. Obviously, it's the mountain climbing itself as well, because there are some nice mountains to climb and nice countries and landscape to see.
So you did make the comment earlier, and just brace yourselves, people from Northern Ireland. It's okay. Norrdine used the comment. It's not really a mountain, is it? In reference to Donard, only being 850 meters. What's the highest you've been up?
The highest mountain I've been up to, well, a summit is 4,800 and something meters. That was the Mont Blanc in France.
If you just go up Donard 4.5 times, that's
Probably, yeah. So yeah, if you climbed in the Alps or did stuff like that, Donard is not really considered a mountain. I'm sorry, I don't mean to insult anyone, but
We'll get over it eventually.
it's more of a hill actually than a mountain.
Ooh, I'm gonna tell all the people in the mountain running clubs that were just hill. Yeah,
They're hill runners.
yeah. So I live near what will be called the Antrim Hills, which would be very, very different from this landscape. But yeah, I sort of agree with it. No one goes up Donard bringing ropes.
Yeah.
Or oxygen.
Yeah, and probably no one would go up Donard, or once he climbed Donard would say, yeah, I'm a mountaineer or a mountain climber or something like that. Yeah, I'm sorry for the statement. So yeah, but you were also asking about other reasons. Of course, there's one thing is we had the topic earlier that people tend to take themselves too serious. Or
Oh yeah.
some people just go through life and are so super serious about it, and they don't have the certain kind of humor
Yeah.
that's necessary to bring to it. And yeah, especially when you think about different nations, for example French and Germans, if they just would deal with each other in a more humorous way and wouldn't take each other too serious, I think they'd get along better, I guess. So I think, yeah, you
Yeah.
said that right.
Yeah, I do think if people took themselves a lot less, and nations as a whole took themselves a bit less seriously, that life would be so much better. But well, we're gonna go on and head up to the top of Donard. But just before we do that, if anyone is interested in following you and finding out more about this project, how do they find you? How do they follow along?
Well, depends on what kind you like to consume media or follow the stuff around that I do. There's one way, that is my website. It's www.norrdinenouar.com. He will probably link it or something like that. I don't know. One way is on YouTube. Just look for the channel Norrdine Nouar. Other way would be Instagram, Facebook, all the stuff. How do you say shenanigans?
All the links, and I'll link them all below so you can follow along.
Yeah, exactly. And there's basically three ways you can look at what I'm doing. There's a video type, there will be a blog, and there will also be a picture gallery. And however you like to follow the stuff around, these are the three ways you can choose of. Is that grammatically correct? Probably not.
I'm not the right person to ask. My grammar is always being corrected.
Well, I'm just talking how I feel like, and I often don't know if it's even correct or, yeah.
Yeah, well, your English is better than quite a few people from here.
Oh, really? Is it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The town I'm from has people with very strong accents, and I once brought a friend, my Hungarian friend there, and he asked me the question: are people here speaking English? Very, very strong accents. It's what I was hearing, not trying to understand. It's never going ahead in the sheep.
All right. Totally got it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't understand two Northern Irish guys talking to each other, I guess.
Okay. We'll head on up to the top of this little hill, and hopefully no one gets eaten.
Yeah. Well, maybe one thing I would like to say or wanted to say about German stereotypes. So, whatever you feel like, I'm not like the perfect example of a German stereotype because I'm not really German at all. So I can let you know that.
Fake German.
Yep.
Well, that's done with our little chat, where I have now made statements which represent the entire population of Northern Ireland. Hope I didn't say anything stupid. I was quite cold. We're now heading on up to the top of Slieve Donard. Oh, look at this. So, do you know what a leprechaun is?
No. What is that?
It's these little mythical creatures that live in Ireland, and if you catch one, they'll give you a pot of gold.
Oh, really?
But in the winter, they have their own special Winter Olympics.
Okay.
And they ride down the hill on the mountain on giant toboggans, and they keep crashing through the wall. So, so that's why that hole's there. It's leprechaun damage.
I see.
Yeah.
Leprechaun?
Leprechaun. Wait till you see how windy it is round this corner.
You wanna?
And we are back down. We'll do that again. He just ruined my intro or outro.
Yeah, I'm just ruining everything.
Right. Well, that's definitely going in the video.
Yeah.
And we're back down from the top of Donard. Survived that. Interestingly, despite Norrdine insulting Donard by calling it a hill, he did say that it was windier on the top than it has been when he's been in the Alps.
Definitely, yeah.
So in a way, Slieve Donard is better than the Alps. You'd agree with that?
Totally agree with that. So this is the real challenge in Europe.
the real challenge. Issues with wind. Nordine's about to head to Dublin. I'm about to head back north to go home. So once again, if you want to follow along with what Norrdine is doing, go and check the links in the description below and you can see what he's doing. I have a suspicion that this project is going to become really big, so yeah, you'll be one of the first people to witness it, because it's going to be the third video to come out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the third or fourth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at this point you should go back and watch the other two and then watch this one, and you'll have watched them in sequence. And that's pretty much it.
No, that's not it.
That's not it.
Keep following this guy, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notifications. I don't know.
Just glad I didn't have to say that. We'll just fade to black now. I will do a hard cut on that. Where did the image go? Oh! Hello. Oh!